I love games with an open world, and there's a new one called Timothy vs. the Aliens that's out on PS4. But is this game out of this world, or should this one just be sleeping with the fishes? Timothy vs. the Aliens is a relatively small-scoped, open-world 3D action platformer where you're playing as a gangster named Timothy who's basically taken over the gangster world, but now there's aliens invading the small area of Little Fish City, and it's up to Timothy to stop the aliens so he can truly rule over the city. The whole world of Timothy vs. the Aliens is set in kind of a 1940s film noir gangster movie, and I love the overall aesthetic of everything, including the music that goes throughout the game. I was honestly surprised to see that the game was kind of an open world experience, though quickly it became obvious that it's relatively limited. The game's much more a linear structured game where you're going just through the game's story missions and jump from one area to another without a whole lot of other distractions. There isn't a whole lot to the mission structures usually, just kind of exploring new areas, some platforming, finding a key, a little bit of backtracking, and sometimes monster arenas where you'll have to battle a big group of aliens in order to advance. The world of Timothy vs. the Aliens isn't necessarily a huge one, but at least there's some collectibles to keep an eye out for, even if there isn't a lot of other activities other than missions. In order to blast the aliens, Timothy is armed with an unlimited pistol, though you can buy a few other weapons, including a shotgun and a machine gun, and you'll also have to buy ammo for those weapons, though it's relatively cheap. The action, however, I found to be just okay. The camera was consistently getting in the way, I was unable to see kind of where I was shooting, and locking on the enemies was pretty much non-existent. However, the game is pretty lax as far as difficulty was concerned, so it really wasn't too much of an issue as far as being able to beat the levels and get through the game. The game does feature driving. You'll first have to buy a key that you can get at the shop in order to then access any of the vehicles, but there's only the one type of car, and it doesn't control well, that is for sure. The biggest issue really though with Timothy vs. the Aliens is that it is pretty easy and short overall. It probably won't take veteran gamers many hours in order to get through it. From the technical side of things, the game didn't crash on me, but there was a lot of slowdown here and there, especially in the more open world areas. Moving the camera around could sometimes make the game chug. Timothy vs. the Aliens is available now on the PS4 for $19.99, and it does feature a Platinum trophy, and is a pretty easy one to get. Overall, I love the look and feel of Timothy vs. the Aliens. With a bit of polish to the gameplay and more thrown into the open world, this could have been a great standout indie title, but as it sits right now, it just sits above average for me at a 6 out of 10. But anyway guys, it's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoy.